Okay, so this chapter is my stories. So it's sort of our story as well, because I want to talk about when your conceived moment. Like I said before, you know, we we are lucky because we're being chosen one out of 400 million sperms. That's why we come to this world. So when we're in our mommy tummies, right? That's a spiritual side now. We're spiritual side when we started. We have life after 4 weeks when they conceive. Life, heart is beating 4 weeks. Boom. Right? At that time, we are in creation mode. What I mean by creation mode, because you have nothing, right? And then you create everything. You got heart, you got organs, or leg, arm, your eyes, start everything created in there. Everything is changing. You know, changing is welcome in that mode. Change is normal in that mode. You know, everything is manifest in that mode. So it's like very magical. So if you look at it, right, we can create our eyes and everything. Everything is magical in there. It's like the world that we don't understand here, right? So it's, you know, scientists still try to find out a lot of things about that. But that's where we are in mommy's tummy. After we're born, it becomes survival mode. What I mean by survival, now you come to this world, the baby now need to survive. So you need to listen to your mom, listen to your dad, because you don't know what to do, right? You have to learn how to do things. Like you don't know how to walk, you don't know how to do everything. Everything you're taught by your mom. Okay, your mom and dad tell you, okay, not to do this, not to do that, you know, so that you are safe, you know, like. But at the same times, because it's during 0 to 7 or 10, you know, 7, 10 years old, during that time, your mom will tell you some other things as well at the same time, and then you see what they're doing at the same time. Not only your mom and dad, your environment as well, your brothers, sisters, everyone in there. You will look at them and then see, oh, this is how the world work. Okay, so at that time your brain is sort of blank. I just make it easier, just blank. So you put everything in, okay, because that's why the kids absorb everything, they observe everything and do what you do, what the parents do. So they observe everything, same as me. I'll observe what my parent do and what my sister do, and then I'll put it in my head. Okay, so that after 7 or 10 years old, it's just in your subconscious mind now. So it will be fixed. You haven't heard of like, if you, there's a phrase that if you give me a kid after 7 years old, I will tell you what man he would turn into. Meaning that most of the belief systems, 80% maybe, I don't know how many percent, but 80% is formed in that time, become your personality. So after that, right, you become the next phase of the life, which is egocentric. So now it's like, I want a better life, I want a better life. So this is the place that we slowly lost touch with the feeling. Okay, we still have a lot of feeling when we're young. In the survival mode, you can see kids when they cry, they laugh, it's just straight away. You know, they don't hide it, right? They will tell you the truth, you know, the ugly truth, you know, how you are from their eyes, right? So they don't have filter, they don't have anything, they don't have that brain, you know, to filter the things so that you can see exactly what they're thinking at that time. So the heart, right, is the feeling, okay? The brain filter have the belief systems. So heart is like the like guide is a guide, like a GPS, and the brain is like army to protect you, because you believe what you need to do as a human to survive in this world. So you would believe everything you said, observe at that time, and as well to survive. Okay, so go to next phase is the egocentric, right? So egocentric, you will have better life, right? You look around, how can I have better life? Oh, right? You look outside, because no one tell you to look inside, right? You keep looking outside. Yeah, I saw that person is very happy. They have big house, wife, and like for me, oh, that's the case. Okay, I'll take that goal and then try to achieve that, right? So if you go back to my childhood, right, I'll just telling my stories here. I growing up without friends, without much friends. So I remember in my primary school, I don't have many friends. So I don't know how to talk to them as well. So somehow I don't know how to connect. So I don't know how to blend into this society. So I remember when I was 12, I love sports. So 12 in my primary school, they have a lot of activity. I just love this activity, right? I just love to play this, and then I got picked for badminton. I got picked for volleyball team. That's where I find some friendship and connections, because I don't, when I was young, I don't talk much. I'm very quiet. So I don't talk to my classmate that much, so nobody know me that much. So that's where I found things that, volleyball, sports. People now started to do well, and people start look up to me. So I should do it more, because this is what it is. Like if I do the sport more, people will like it. So I just follow that, right? Keep doing that. So this is all external. And then the more I travel along the way, the more I go out without asking what I want, without asking the heart what I want, right? Just keep going out and out and out until I lost myself. Okay, this is the journey that is traveling out. Okay, so after we realize we bump into hurdles, we realize something not right. So that's why we search for purpose again. So when we search for purpose, when you found it, we will talk about how we can find it, like life purpose. When you found it, wow, actually I need to travel back to the heart, where we go to spiritual side. Then we can find our life purpose. So in our early childhood, we're traveling out, right, to learn how to survive, and then we forgot that we need to follow our heart. We just look around for goals, and then we take external goal become our internal thing. That is our goal. So we do the goals for other people. It's not for ourselves. So traveling back now, we're traveling out. So now we have to traveling in. So this is our journey. So when you awake, right? You suddenly realize you struggle so much. You suddenly realize there's something not right. You started to be awake. You're aware what's going on now. So you're aware. Once you're aware, you want to come back to the heart. So you straight away go back to the heart, and then try to live a better life. But somehow when you try to live a better life, right? You're going in, and then now coming out, right? You're going into your heart, the feelings, right? And now GPS, right? Your GPS, your feeling is your GPS, and then guide you to go where you want to go. So now your brain started kicking, all right? The brain is six belief systems. The belief system is your army, right? It tries to save you, okay? You say, for example, me, I want to write the books. Army coming in. Whoa, you don't speak English. You're Malaysians. So wow, you don't write. You don't know how to write. Wow. There's like people will laugh at you. Wow, this army is putting me down. They believe it stopped me trying to be safe because it's so embarrassing. They say, oh, so embarrassing. You don't embarrass yourself, okay? You still can't do what you do because you're not, good enough. You're not perfect enough. You're not this, you're not that. Wow, this is so overwhelming. Like you're just depressed at that time, because you have to know, they try to make, protect you to be safe. So at that time, right, you do not know, your emotions start to come out. Your feeling is your emotions. This is so painful. This is struggling. This is, why? Because it just tried to save you. That's all you're trying to do. Okay, so there's a lot of things, belief system that we have that is so negative, okay? It just tried to protect us. Nothing wrong with negative and positive. There's nothing wrong. It just helped us to be aware of the things, right? The negative feeling is not a problem. Positive feeling, of course, is good, right? Negative feeling is not a problem as well, because when you have negative feeling, there's danger. So you have to know whether I jump off the cliff, I will survive or not. I will touch a fire but kill myself or not. I need to know. Negative feeling is not bad at all. So but it stops us from doing things, right? You can see, it tries to stop us from doing things. So now we need to unpack that. Okay, that's why we will unpack that in the journey. Okay, so this survival mode is always rigid. Okay, it doesn't want you to change. Change is unwelcome in there. Okay, so that's why you have to do a lot of things to change it. Okay, we will talk about it more in your journey. Okay, then we go to spiritual mode. Okay, spiritual mode, change is welcome. Remember, change is welcome. The love changing everything. Like we don't have leg, we grow leg. We don't have hand, we grow hand. Everything growing is magical in there. So that's why it can adapt very quickly if we go to the spiritual side. So if we want to change, right? Spiritual side is much quicker compared to the brain's survival mode. You want to change your your egocentric come in, and conscious mode try to change subconscious mode. It take a long time, but spiritual side is quite quick. So that's sort of the stories I want to tell, and I will talk about the journey a bit later.